Hey guys, in this video we're going to be doing a full review of the iPad mini, so let's go ahead and get started off with the design. The iPad mini has a very good design. This thing can fit in your hand and it still has a very large display. We'll get in the tech specs later on, but for right now we're just going to take a quick look at how it looks like. It weighs 0.68 pounds and it's actually light enough that you can hold it with 2 fingers of your hand, and on the bottom you'll find stereo speakers and the new lightning connector. And on the top, you'll find a rear-facing camera, the sleep-wake button, a microphone, and a headphone jack. Let's go ahead and take a look at the display on this thing. It has a 7.9-inch 1024 by 768 non-Retina display, and it is pretty noticeable to me that it's not Retina. The text does not look as crisp as other Retina devices that Apple makes, but it's certainly not a deal-breaker for me. So let's go ahead and move on to the cameras on this iPad mini. On the front, you'll find a FaceTime HD camera, which is 720p capable, and it takes 1.2 megapixel pictures. On the back, you'll find an iSight camera which takes 5 megapixel photos, and it has 1080p video, so let's go ahead and take a look at what those look like right now. Alright guys, so as you can tell, it takes pretty good pictures and it does take very capable video. So let's talk about speed and performance on this iPad mini. According to Geekbench, this iPad mini is rocking a 999 MHz dual-core A5 chip with 503 megabytes of RAM. Let's go ahead and start the Geekbench here, and as you can tell, it has a pretty good score, almost identical to the iPhone 4S. So let's go ahead and test out some games here, and I loaded up Kingdom Rush, and it's a very fun game, and of course it is the same resolution as the iPad 2, so developers do not have to do anything to their games or apps. They'll just scale to the same size as the iPad 2, and I mean, games run fine. It's pretty much the same exact performance you'll find in an iPhone 4S, so if you ever use something with an A5 chip, you'll know exactly what you're gonna get. And the main reason people are probably gonna get this iPad mini is for portability, and just holding this thing and playing games on it is amazing because it's so light and it can fit in your hand and you really don't struggle holding it at all, unlike the fat iPad 3, if it's fat at all. I don't think it is. But we're doing some flyover here, and as you can tell, it is kind of slow at loading. This might be due to the internet, but the performance of the A5 chip, it's pretty good. It's still a year old, but we could have seen the A6 in here, but of course we will see something similar to that next year in the second generation iPad mini. I was getting around 10 hours of battery life, just like Apple claimed with this iPad mini. So guys, what are my final thoughts on this iPad mini? Well, I think it is a great device for portability because this thing is so light and so thin, and it's just a great device for a 7.9-inch screen, and you can browse the web, you can read books, and you can do pretty much anything you can do on a normal iPad, just a little bit smaller and lighter on this iPad mini. I think it's a great device. I think Apple's going to sell tons of these things next year. If they have a Retina display, that thing is going to make this iPad mini perfect. That is definitely the only con I have about this iPad mini, is that there's no Retina display. Everything else is phenomenal. The performance is great. The design is perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.